Hi, in this video we are going to use the quadratic formula to solve 2x squared equals 5x minus 4. Now, in the last video we actually derived the quadratic formula, and here it is right up above at the top of our screen. And notice this, and you're going to have to think back, so we're going to scroll back to where we started, and notice that when we started this whole process, there was one key element that we have to recognize before we can use it, and that was this. That was that the problem was equal to 0. So let's come back to our problem here. Well, this problem at hand, is not equal to 0, but we can fix that, and here's how we can do that. We can write this as, I'm going to write it as 2x squared. I'm going to leave a space, 5x minus 4. And then I'll even note that set to, I should write equation. I set equation to 0. And we do that by moving all of our terms to one side. And remember, we found it's usually nicest if we keep the number in front of the x squared positive. So I'm going to leave the x squared on the left-hand side, and I'm going to move the 5x by subtracting minus 5x. Now I have a 2x squared minus 5x equals negative 4. And we'll move the 4 by adding its opposite. So I add 4 to both sides. And now I have 2x squared minus 5x plus 4 equals 0. Now I'm going to scroll back up a little bit, and notice this. What we have to identify now is we need to identify A, B, and C. And I'll show you how we do that. We do that by remembering the general form. The general form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So now look, when it's all lined up, you can see that in this problem, a is 2, b, notice this b is plus a negative, so it's negative 5, and we have c is 4. So now using the formula above, and I'll scroll up once more so you can see it. And if you're taking notes as you go, you might just want to write it down, because I'm going to have to move my screen again. But we're going to just put A, B, and C into the formula. So let's do that now. So this is going to be x equals negative b. Now, so I put minus, but b is already a negative, so we need to put it in with parentheses. Plus or minus the square root. This gets a little long, so we have a negative 5 squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, and c, which is 4. Then we divide all of that by 2 times the a value, which is 2. And now it's just some arithmetic. At the very beginning, we have minus negative 5. That's just a positive 5. Plus or minus, we have a square root here. Negative 5, the quantity squared is 25. And then I have a minus, well, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32, minus 32. Divide all of that by 4. So let's clean this up again. I have 5 plus or minus square root of, and 25 minus 32 is negative 7. Divide all that by 4, and we have our final answer. You can bring my x down. My final result is that x equals 5 plus or minus I times the square root of 7 divided by 4. And that is how you use the quadratic formula. Thanks for watching.